Hey YouTube, it's the Morning Brew. Happy Thursday, happy Throwback Thursday. Welcome to this week's show. It's a Sony PlayStation Conference highlights, which I will make quick, no sharing today. So let's start off with some really quick news. Of course, I announced this week the Ratchet & Clank movie coming out in theaters. I didn't know is that Insomniac is also planning on remaking the first game to better fit the origin story for Ratchet that will be coming out in the movie. So not only are we getting a movie, but we're getting a game retooled and reworked with all new mechanics and so on for the PS4. So yay, excitement on my part. I love the first one, although I love the second one even more because it just got better. So with that, cheers of joy and love and prosperity to all. Moving on. A Vita title was actually announced with Tetris Ultimate. I talked about how the 30th anniversary was here, and of course Tetris was getting a title release. What I didn't know was going to be the Vita. I might actually have a reason to charge it up and use it. Hey! This is going to be the quickest show yet. I'm like literally don't have much to talk about. Also, coming from the creator of Dark Souls and Demon Souls is a game called Bloodborne, coming out exclusively for the PS4, which is just another reason to hate yourself, cut yourself, and hate yourself some more for playing that game. The perfect emo game. Looking at the trailer, it looks pretty fun, although the Dark Souls games usually do, but it's just when you realize how terribly hard they are is when you get sad. It looks like guns will be playing a large part in the game. Zombies look like they're going to be the main, well, not the main thing, but in the trailer it's the main thing. There's a nasty looking zombie dog, and so on. But like I said, it's from the same person who brought you Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 and 2, which I'm playing Dark Souls right now on the 360, and I only do it when I'm just feeling self-deprecating as all hell. So look forward to this fantastically horrible pain of your inner soul to come to the PS4 exclusively. I look forward to it. Why not? Of course, it was announced also that Infamous First Light will be coming to the PS4 digitally and exclusively without the need of Infamous Second Son. What's interesting is people are complaining, why is the game called Second Son and then there's this sequel, prequel kind of situation is called First Light? Well, see, the story is about Fetch, one of the girl that you meet, a conduit that you meet in the game. I have not played the Infamous series, although I should. I've heard good things about the first one and better things about the second one, and they're both available with the PS3 for under $20. Second Son might be one of the games I pick up later on because the light mechanics in that game look fantastic. And apparently, in this digital-only release, and available in the Sony store, PlayStation Store, coming this August, they have fixed a little bit more on the mechanics and it looks even better. So, cheers to that. I'm not kidding when I said this was going to be a very short show. I think I'm going to be barely making it into the 5-minute mark if I keep going this way. The problem is I'm not very familiar with the PlayStation titles anymore. Outside of Ratchet and Clank, there's just really nothing. I didn't play much on the PS3, so I'm not familiar with a lot of their properties anymore. That's mostly because, well, PS3 was kind of lackluster. But I'll keep going because the PS4 is, it's the stronger system right now, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be going with, like I said, although, I don't know, maybe this whole conference is changing my mind. Anyways, also for all of you that actually press that share button for some reason on the PS4 controller, YouTube's coming out. Yeah, when you press that share button, you get Twitter, Facebook, Ustream, Twitch at some point, I guess. And I guess now YouTube. You'll also be able to download the YouTube app to view videos. So you can be watching me on the PS4 soon. Yay. But that won't be until this fall. Meaning earliest August, if not September, October. Maybe even later. You'll be able to share videos, view videos, and comment and all that good stuff. But again, pull out an iPad, pull out a tablet, pull out a phone. Adding YouTube or Facebook to a gaming console is kind of dumb and redundant, in my opinion. And, excuse me, I don't think a lot of people will disagree with me. It's why would you sit there playing a game and then stop and go, oh, let me tweet this and you Facebook this on the console? And you can just easily pull out your phone, reach for your tablet. Heck, if your computer or laptop are right there, same thing. YouTube falls under the same thing. I've got YouTube on all my devices because it came with the devices like the Roku and my Blu-ray player from Sony, ironically. My TV from Sony, ironically, as well came with it. And I don't use it. I think the only time I've ever used is when people come over to hang out at the house and they want to see something on YouTube, and I say, oh, well, let me put it on the big screen. Nobody has to sit huddle around your phone. So, if you're sharing, good for you. If you're happy for this, good for you. I just don't see the point of it. And last but not least, on the PlayStation stories, Uncharted 4: Thieves' End is coming to the PS4 in 2015. And when you're watching the trailer, which should be playing here, it looks like Drake got the crap beat out of him with life. Life has not been kind to him, and he's, well, basically getting pulled back in the world of thieves. I've not played a single one of the Uncharted games. I've heard great things about them. Don't get me wrong. Again, it's just the PS3's fault. I need to pick them up and check them out. But just never have, and I will eventually because it's budget gaming now. But the trailer looks good. The graphics look nice. Of course, it's a PS4, so they're boasting about the 1080p graphics and whatnot. But again, not familiar with the series. I'm as much as I would like to be, and unfortunately, like I said, this video has to be kind of short because of it. So yeah, those are the highlights from the PS2. Of course, I've already talked about Little Big Planet, which I'll play a trailer again right here, which is the one I'm excited about the most. It's the only game I've actually played for a continuous amount of time by myself and with my girls on the PS3. And so now that they're coming on the PS4, did I say Little Big Planet 2 or Little Big Planet 3? Well, it's 3. Coming for the PS4. It's a fun little game series. It's interesting that some people are actually complaining about the 3 additional characters being added. Oddsock, Tuttle, Tumble, I can't remember what it's called, and Swoop. The only reason I remember the name Swoop is because I have a buddy who goes by the name Swoop. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that adding stuff to the franchise it helps. Not changing the franchise dramatically helps too. And what I mean by that is, don't go off and try and make the game something that it's not. For example, we love Super Mario Brothers, the original. People have mixed feelings to this day about Super Mario Brothers 2. But then you bring up Super Mario Brothers 3. Oh my god. It's the most amazing thing, right? Well, there's a reason. Obviously, we all know the history. Super Mario Bros. 2 in America was not officially Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan was what we know now as the Lost Levels. They thought it would be too difficult for Americans. When I got Super Mario All-Stars for my Super Nintendo, I enjoyed the hell out of that title, and I beat it. Like a redheaded stepchild. Oh, that's bad. My wife's a redhead. So, when you take something like Super Mario Brothers that had a fantastic formula that worked for everybody, and then dramatically change everything about it to the point where you don't even recognize it anymore, it kind of sours some people's taste. I enjoyed Super Mario Brothers 2. I didn't like it as much as 1 or 3, or hell, Super Mario World, but I enjoyed it. I like the fact that it brought in the playable Princess Peach, Toad. You could play Luigi for and they all had different powers. And of course, we wouldn't have the new Super Mario Brothers. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called, 3D World? Or, I don't know, whatever, the one with the cat suits. Where they all come back in, all 4 come back in, and they all have different playability. So, I'm happy for that. But, Little Big Planet, they haven't changed the game so much that you don't recognize it. They added characters. They added... I know the game is already known for customization because you basically create your own game aside from what they give you. And same thing with the characters. You can customize them, make your own costumes, and buy costumes. Like I have all Toy Story ones that came with my game. But it's nice to have something other than Sockboy. I mean, it's not gonna hurt the game. People who are complaining, you need to get over it. It's just part of evolution of gaming. Everything has to change. Mario didn't used to fly. Didn't used to have Yoshi. Now they're kind of components of the world. The must-haves. I mean, Yoshi's been brought back into plenty of games and has his own standalone games. But that's for the Nintendo conference tomorrow. And that we'll talk about tomorrow for sure. So, that's it for my Sony conference. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't have more material, but I'm not so familiar with Sony's games anymore. But I will be becoming very familiar with them, and I'll talk about them as I get them along the way. Because long before I get a PS4 or Wii U, I'll probably be getting a lot of PS3 titles. So, with that, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, as always. And I will see you tomorrow or the next video. Until next time, do yourself a favor. Enjoy your brew. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Again, short video. We'll see if you can blame the PS3 on that one. But I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the new Ratchet & Clank being retooled and reimagined to fit the film better? Because Insomniac's involved both the film and the game. So, does it make sense to you that they're now redoing it so they can fit better? Or is it a bad thing because you're kind of set in your ways and you don't want change? Let me know in the comments. Tetris coming to the PS Vita. Excuse me. And of course that gives me a reason to charge up my Vita and actually buy a game for it. Because I haven't bought a single one. Sorry about that again. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited the Vita's getting a title that's actually worth getting? Or are you not even a Vita user at all? Then we got Bloodborne coming. Another reason to hate yourself. Another reason to game for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you playing Dark Souls right now? I guess it's free for gold members on the Xbox. Or are you avoiding them like many fans? And of course, Infamous First Light. It's a prequel sequel, kind of like Borderlands did it. But I want to know from you. Have you been playing? Have you played the Infamous series and what you think about it? And let me know if you played Second Son and what you thought about that. Again, I haven't played them, but I will eventually. And, of course, YouTube. You can watch me on the PS4. It's coming soon in the fall. You heard what I had to say about it. I want to hear what you have to say about it. Is it something that makes sense to you, or is it something that's just a goofy mechanic you'll never use? And last but not least, Uncharted 4. Tell me if it's worth playing. I've heard people say it's very, very reminiscent of what the new Tomb Raider is. It's very fun, action-packed, and I should be playing it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Keep tuning in for Nintendo's video, which will be tomorrow or already out if it's been already past Friday. So again, happy Throwback Thursday. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next video. And from the bottom of my heart, take care.